Question arises, what's the way by which we can help learners move through greater readers? The answer is there is a quite systematic process which we as language teachers can stick to. And let's have a look at how we can make our students sail through the adventure of reading graded readers. Right. So the research suggests, Nation and Wang, as you can see here, the reference 1999. Their studies suggest that there are 42 graded readers in Oxford bookworms. And I would suggest you to Google out what means by Oxford bookworms. It's easy and you can find. Although the texts are, you'll have to pay for the texts in order to download them. Okay. So their research suggests that we need to, as language teachers, we need to expose our students to level 1 or level 2, whatever the proficiency level is of our students every week. 1 week, of course, there are 42, so we can dedicate 1 or 2 or 3 weeks to level 1. Let's say 4 weeks to level 2, so similar, or 1 month to level 5 or 6. So reading 5 books at a level are required actually. And then we can make our students read more books at later levels. Once they develop a sort of understanding of extensive reading, they might be trained to read faster and speedily. Okay. So reading 15 to 20 or preferably 30 readers in a year is what is thought of a good contribution of extensive reading part. Okay. So there is of course a way of doing it. What's the way? Then we can we can expose our students, we can ask them to work their way through the levels of graded readers at later levels and need to take into account their vocabulary levels. While we are exposing them to graded readers, it's important to keep in mind the vocabulary level of our students. Because, as I said before, if there are too many unknown words, students are likely to lose interest in extensive reading. So, there are, of course, problems of extensive reading program. So the research suggests that we should choose the level according to the proficiency of our students. And in this regard, when we are talking about the proficiency, we need to ensure that the levels chosen for the students through graded readers, Oxford bookworms, they are meant to give meaning-focused input to the students. They are learning information, they are learning the language, and which is meaningful, which is comprehensible, right? So in this regard, it's important to keep in mind some of the effective filters. By effective filters, I mean to say how to train our students, do away with their anxiety or motivation or shyness or hesitation while engaged with extensive reading. So it's our job as language teachers. So as you have seen, helping learners move through systematically graded readers is much more rests upon teachers how to choose, what to choose, and when to choose, and how to expose, when to expose, and so this is what we need to ensure as language teachers.